Good morning, you guys.
What's going on, chicken babies?
Hey, y'all. Welcome to Jet Talks.
It's Jalissa.
It's Esteban.
And Thea.
Period. So, you guys, we have our second guest of the podcast. Welcome, Ariana. Period. So, you guys, this is my best friend since middle school. So, she is our second guest of this amazing podcast. So, how do you feel to be here today?
Not the amazing podcast. Wow.
I feel nervous.
Confident.
Nervous?
Just the topics that are going to come up.
Oh, she's like, I'm scared what I'm going to say.
Oh, no.
I'm
I
like,
guess you guys can tell by the title, it's a very toxic podcast today.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get into all the toxic little
Eso
secrets.
quinta todos los tóxicos. I'm just kidding.
Además de los tóxicos.
No.
You know how they be at the parties? Ay, el arriba las
Parties?
tóxicas.
The bodies.
Parties. Let's go party.
No.
You know what? I'm gonna start with my question. I just want to get this question
Oh, he
off the
wants
bat.
to jump.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
I wanted to know this
'Cause-
question before he brought it up.
Yeah,
But he was
'cause
like, just wait.
I know. I was like, you can wait because I saw this on TikTok. I forgot who it was, but so the guy asked him like. The way he asked was different, but I'm gonna ask you guys in like the girl's perspective.
Oh, I know which one.
Yeah.
You know, I think okay. So
Hurry up.
if it was, you have to choose the order. It's your dad, your kid, or your husband. Like, in what order does it go?
I heard this in a podcast. I'm thinking it was on Sweet Talks podcast.
Yeah, but what order does it go? Your dad, your husband, and your kid.
My kids, my dad, and then my husband.
Yep. That's exactly what I was going to say, and that's exactly what I was thinking when I was watching their podcast.
Your kid, your dad, and your husband.
I'm not in the same route.
What's your route? What's
It's
your
okay.
route?
Everyone has different
Yeah,
opinions on
because
it.
everyone has different. Yeah.
Kids, husband, then dad.
Then dad.
That's
oh,
what-
For
yeah.
sure.
That's
Like,
what
if
one of
I
them-
had kids with my husband, then you're my family. Well, like, I have
Yeah.
family, but
Yeah.
you're my priority now.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's true.
That is true.
I get what she's saying because that's true. Like, you
No,
know, once, how do I explain it? Once you have a family, that family is your
family.
Yeah,
that's
your
your
first,
family.
yeah.
That's everything. And then viene lo tuyo.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But that's because you made up that family. So then it becomes your everything, which I understand.
That's me.
But I feel like it depends. I don't know.
On the person, for sure.
I feel
But-
like there's no right or wrong answer as long as your kid's first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the kid has to be first because, bro, that's your
Imagine
kid. Like, you
your kids
birthed
ain't
that
your
shit.
priority. Something's
Imagine
wrong
the
with
kid
you.
last-
Yeah,
and
if,
shit,
if your
like,
kid is not your
fuck.
priority, then you're fucked and you should be a mom, period.
Right. Because, bro, like, you brought that kid life. Like, you gave that kid life and you're supposed to take care of him, like, or
Yeah.
her. Like, you have to basically, like, give him the best you can. Like, you know?
Yeah, I feel like there's really
But-
no wrong answer unless you say husband and then you say your dad and then them kids. And
Yeah.
That's
for sure.
Kids
Something's
Yeah, because a lot of people have different experiences. Like, some people, yeah, like, they put the dad last because it's different. But it's kind of like your kid should be first. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like your kid
but
should be first.
when I was watching that podcast, I was thinking the same thing as Jalissa said. I was like, my kid, my dad, and then my husband.
Yeah.
I think it's because you guys have a closer relationship
Yeah,
to
that's
your
why.
dad than
Probably.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't
for
say
sure.
this. It depends on your relationship.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it depends
Yeah.
on the situation because, yeah, it's different. Like,
Yeah.
for me, it would be, like, my kid, my mom, then my wife.
Oh,
Because you're
really?
close
Yeah,
with your
You
mom.
too. Oh, I know
Yeah.
you and your mom are
Me and my
close.
mom are hella
Like,
close, but, like,
super
obviously
close.
it's my kid. So, like, my mom would obviously understand if I put my kid first, but it's kind of like, it's different. It's just, it's a different
But then
all
it's
around.
also like your mom should always be first in certain situations, and then your wife should be first in other situations.
Yeah,
It should be
okay.
50
That,
Oh,
that
oh.
gave me a question because I have a lot. So this is the situation. So I'm gonna say for the girls and then you understand. Okay, so your husband is manejando. Who goes in the passenger? You or your suegra?
My
My mom.
suegra.
Oh, wait.
She wasn't
Hold on.
asking
I wasn't
you.
asking you.
What? Oh, okay, yeah.
My suegra.
Okay, so for you it would be your wife is
Oh.
driving. Are you in the passenger or your suegro?
The suegro.
Okay,
Like, I
and a
wouldn't
lot of
Mine, like, whatever.
like I've seen a lot of people like say like, oh, when I become your wife, I'm first, which I understand. Which I understand.
I don't disagree because my mom goes in the front and my nana's like, I'm going in the back.
I understand, but I would give her.
You at least offer.
I offer if she declines and be like, no, it's okay, then I'll go for it. But I will make sure she gets it 1st, just because. For me, that's out of respect. It's not even like, well, I'm the wife. I don't
I don't
I'm
give
not-
a fuck. I can walk my ass to the back. Yeah, like I don't.
To me, it's just
Yeah.
a damn car seat. Like,
Yeah, me too.
whoever
I don't-
sits wherever you sit
Yeah,
there.
it's
like,
not a big deal,
period.
but I
Yeah.
feel like me personally, I would always ask my suegra, like, do you want to go in the front, you know? Because my mom, she asks my nana, which is her suegra, you know, like, she always asks her, but my nana doesn't like going in the front. So sometimes my mom won't even ask her because she knows she hates going in the front, but she'll still ask her. You know, she's not like, oh, I'm obligated to
Yeah, she's
sit
like, I'm
next to
Yeah,
sitting
him.
because
here.
a lot of people are like, well, I should be obligated because I'm your wife. I become first.
But at the same time, it's like that's his mom.
It's
like,
his mom, and it's
out
just
of
like,
respect for you to get points with her, you're like,
Get
hey,
points.
you know?
yeah, like go ahead, you know, because I don't. For me, I don't care either. Like, dude, it's just a ride.
Yeah.
And I'm like, in front, in the back, I don't care. I still got
And-
this ring. You know what I mean? Like,
and especially
it's
if she
dumb.
wants to go in the front, you
Yeah,
know?
like,
you're
okay.
not gonna be like, no, like what the fuck?
Yeah, like I go home with her kid every night. Like I see him all the
Exactly.
time.
I don't care to
She
fucking
can
sit
be in the
next to
front
him.
for a couple hours or how long the drive is. Like I
Yeah.
ain't tripping.
I think it depends on your relationship with the
With the
suegra,
suegra?
With the
too.
suegra,
I
yeah,
think
it
that's
does.
true.
Because if they have beef, obviously you're gonna be like, oh no, I should be
Yeah,
his
you're
fucking
like, nah,
priority
bitch,
and
yeah.
stuff. Like,
It depends on how the it depends on the relationship, how they get along.
yeah. Oh
That's
yeah.
So you would want your mom in the front,
Yeah, my
Well,
mom's in the front.
but I know that that's not the question, but
Mhm.
like you know, for
I would
example,
want my
like
suegra to be in the
you
front, yeah.
would you want your dad in the front, or your husband?
My dad.
Your
if
dad?
my dad wants to go in the front, yeah.
Oh, for me, my husband. My
I'm
dad,
looking-
it's just my
Oh, yeah,
relationship
it's
with my
just a
dad.
different
Look,
Like,
yeah, I would
yeah.
want my husband because dude, my dad would stress me out. He'd be like, "You're getting too close to that
oh
car."
yeah, my dad too.
Nah, I'm like, I think I'll give them whichever one they want. Like if whoever, I don't care. I'm not gonna pay attention to.
Yeah.
But you guys
But
figure
I
it
would
out.
like for my husband to be like, oh, do you want to go in the front? Like,
Yes.
the same thing. Like, just offer. You
Yeah.
know? And if my dad's like, no, you go in the front, which most of the time my dad's not going to give a fuck either, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he's going to be like, no, I don't want to fucking go in the front with her. The fuck? I'll go with my wife in the back, you know?
Right.
there.
It just depends on the
Me and my boo in the
situation.
back.
Oh.
I'm there.
But yeah, what's remix, bitch? It's like, what's the
Okay, bust the rhymes. Let's go.
what's another good question? Oh, this is a good question.
What?
It's like very not controversial, bitch. Not controversial. I always say controversial.
You always say
I
that
always
word
say
and
that
you
word
never
and I
know
never
how to
use
use
it right.
it.
Okay, so
He
let's
always
say
does.
let's say your best friend is taking care of your kid.
I'll take
If your best friend beats the shit out of your kid, or like without permission, like
Beat the
without,
shit out of my
Why
kid.
would that ever be?
Oh,
If it's my best
Yeah.
friend, y'all know. Like,
Yeah,
even
me too.
Ariana can beat the fuck out of
Yeah.
my kid.
I
If
feel like
y'all
so-
are my friends, we're on that level.
because I feel like I feel like
Me
we're
too.
all on that level, so it's
I
different.
would
like, we
never
know.
ask someone that's
But-
not on that level to watch my kid.
That's true.
Because
Yeah,
me
that's true.
personally, I want my kid to feel comfortable. I want to feel comfortable. So I can't ask someone that I'm not that close to, and then if they hit my kid, to discipline them, and then I'm gonna be like, oh my god,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
That's why
true.
if someone's gonna watch my kids, that's a friend. It's gonna be one of my fucking close friends, and they have every right to beat the shit out of my
I'm gonna
kid.
be like, look, if
'Cause
you
y'all
get
are the
popped,
tias
you
de
get
tios.
popped.
Yeah, y'all
I
are
don't
the
know
tias
if
de
that
tios.
I would have reacted the same too.
I'm gonna be
shit.
like, why'd you
Yeah.
get popped? Well, I was stuck in smack. Okay, then you deserve to get popped. I don't know what
I
you
feel
want
like
me to tell
okay,
you.
me. I feel like you guys don't have to worry about that with me because I would not be able to hit a kid.
He wouldn't.
I can't.
Oh, lying
I
ass.
can't. No, okay. My siblings are different. Like my siblings are
Okay,
different.
that's true.
But I'm saying like I wouldn't be able to hit
will
someone
yell,
else's
though.
kid. I will
You would
yell.
get, and
I
get
will
annoyed for
yell.
sure, but
'Cause I
probably
have no
not hit.
patience.
You're right.
But
You're
yeah,
right.
I feel like if anything, like this is bad, but like they always tell me it's bad because I'm like a people pleaser. Like if you want something, I'm gonna just give it to you because I don't want to deal with you. Like my siblings, like when they want something,
I
I'm like
hate
here.
when he says that because I always think
I
the
know.
wrong
I
thing.
knew it.
You're nasty.
I'm
Yeah.
a people pleaser. Like, don't say that.
Baby,
But,
but
like,
you think right.
I
That's what
know.
it
Oh,
says.
Me
I
too.
don't-
Trust
Oh,
me.
That's all I hear every time, and he says that all the time. I'ma just give you what you want. Like, what?
It's just the way
It's the way you say it too.
You guys
No,
are just sus.
no.
Yeah.
When he's trying to seduce you.
I'm dead. I'm all blind.
No, he's just talking like no. But for real, like for me, like when my siblings like, I want this, I want the game, I want that. I'm like, here, take it. Like I don't want to deal with you. Like I just
No, he is
I'm
like
like
that.
that.
Yeah.
Like, but they will, bitch. They'll deal with it. Like they'll
No,
listen
yeah.
to you yell everything. They'll be like, no, you need to learn. And if it's me, I'm like, I don't want to listen to you. Like take that shit. Like fuck no, I can't deal with kids. I can't deal with people, especially
No,
at
he
work. Like
can't.
bro, when they're like, oh, it was this much. I'm like, here, take that discount. Like I don't give a fuck.
Me too.
Like I
Okay.
can't deal with that shit. Like why am I
He
gonna
just doesn't
put?
have
I don't
patience.
have patience. Like how are you gonna
No.
come up at me complain about 10%? Bitch, that's taxes.
I'm
Like
dead.
bro, people are so dramatic.
care.
Oh, I'm
No,
People
but
do
yeah.
care.
If I ask my friends to watch my kids, they automatically know. Like, y'all are the tias and tios. If they need an ass whooping, give them the ass
Beat their
whooping.
ass.
I'm not gonna get you in trouble for it unless you're hitting my kid for fun. You know.
Oh, God, yeah, issues,
But if my kid's acting up, you fucking smack the fuck out of them. Like, I'm not gonna raise my kids to not
be snarky and shit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna raise my kids to like get away with everything. No, you're gonna smack the fuck out of them.
Bitch, I already know Joanna would yell at them too.
Oh my God, Joanna.
Joanna to play.
Karina would probably pop one of them.
Oh, she would for
would.
sure.
Like, the fuck are you doing?
She would.
Oh, Karina would pop for sure.
And Joanna, all she has to do is use her mouth, and that's it.
Joanna, even
Because
just her look.
Go with the look too.
Joanna has a very firm tone.
She does.
When
That
she
which
yells
scares
at
me
you,
sometimes.
so I'm like, keep talking smack, ahorita te va a regañar. I'm gonna do the same shit my mom used to tell me. We're gonna go to the marqueta and be like, you see that señor over there?
I know, I'm gonna do that
Te
shit
voy a
too.
llevar, te voy a llevar.
I do that to Joaquin. I do that to Joaquin all the fucking time.
Pobrecito, we do that shit to him. We do it to him in the night. We're like, this kid, Joaquin? Bad.
I know.
No. Pobrecito, we're fucked.
Dude, today he was acting up, and I was like, I'm gonna call the police and to come get you, and I'm not gonna take care of you anymore. He's like, no. He got scared. He's like, no.
My heart would melt. Like, I
don't see-
cannot be
like,
like,
I
so
can't.
No, and then Noelia didn't want to eat. She was throwing a fat fit. And like, dude, she didn't want to sit down and eat. And I sat her ass down and I smacked her in the butt. And I was like, I hit. And you know I hit, girl. So you're going to act right. Because she was throwing a fit. And it's my cousin's kid. So I'm, like, she's okay with me, like, not beating them. But she,
little pop.
a little
No, 1,
discipline
2.
because she was not acting right. She was hungry. And like, she was not like eating. And I was like, no, like, you haven't ate. You need to eat at least a little bit. And she was just throwing a fat fit because she wanted to play with Italia. And I was like, you can play with her when you're done. And she was like throwing herself and yelling. And I was like, girl, like, you're going to sit your ass down. So,
You go sit down and eat this food, bitch.
I'm so dead. She's
But
so
like,
cute.
why struggle to eat? If you're hungry, just eat. No, I'm just kidding. But
no,
that's just like
but
a
it's
baby
'cause
mentality.
she saw the other baby playing. So she's like, I want to play too,
She's
you
like,
know?
the food, bitch, I want to play.
She's like, no, tengo hambre, quiero
I'm
jugar.
even the
Right.
opposite. I'm like, give me the food. Fuck playtime.
Right. The baby can wait. Let me try to eat. Okay, let's start off small. So do you guys like agree with like the whole like you're my lover and my best friend type shit, or you don't agree with that? What are your guys' perspectives on that?
Okay, go Ariana. You could go first.
What? Why
Let me go first.
like that?
Has
Like,
the
you're
answer.
the one in the relationship.
Yeah,
right now.
whoever has the
Has the
answer.
Let it come to mind.
Okay.
I think
Go ahead.
you are my lover and you are my best friend, but I have my ride or die, bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I love you and I'm obviously with you and you are my best friend, but there's some things that I can't, like, I don't want to say that I can't tell you because I will tell you everything, but sometimes your bestie knows. Like, I feel like your husband will try to, like, to sugarcoat it. And, like, nah, she's gonna rip off the band-aid because she's gonna fucking rip it off. She's gonna be like, no, bitch, it's like this and it's like that.
Because your best friend is just your best friend versus him, he's your husband and your best friend, so it's different. Or
So
your
he's
boyfriend
like-
and your best friend.
He's like, I really gotta think about this answer because, I don't want to hurt her feelings. No,
Yeah, he
she's
has
gonna
to-
rip that shit off. Bro,
and
wait,
it's
she's
just
gonna tell me how
different.
it is.
It's just different telling your friends. It's different getting it from that friend perspective
Yeah.
because sometimes you need it. That's why I will. That's why we always say always stay with your friends when you get a boyfriend. Like, never leave your friends because at the end of the day, you're always gonna need your friends. Like, she has
like,
a
back.
No, she has a boyfriend, but she still always goes to Esteban for
Yeah,
sympathy.
because
You know,
like,
because
she'll
they're
be like,
best friends.
bitch, I'm mad as fuck. I'm like, ooh, a ver.
Yeah,
Yeah, because there's some things. Fuck, I can't talk. There's some things it's better to go to your friends for than for your boyfriend. Like, you have to have your best friends and your boyfriend, but your boyfriend can also be your best friend.
Or like embarrassing shit that happens.
Yeah, like,
I go and
feel
tell
like you can't tell. Yeah,
Yeah,
she tells
no,
you
there's just
everything.
things that
Or
you
what
can't.
I think,
Yeah.
like, when you get mad at them, and it's like, I can't vent to you
Then
about
who are
you.
you gonna go to?
Yeah,
Exactly. That's
like,
why
I'm
you need your
mad at-
friends.
I'm mad at you. I can't vent to you about you.
yourself. Yeah.
I gotta go vent to my bestie. Like, I gotta be
Exactly.
like, man, this motherfucker leaves his laundry all over the place. And I tell him and I tell him.
Like, when I get a boyfriend, like, he's gonna be my boyfriend and my best friend because I feel like a relationship is not gonna work if you guys are just lovers. Like, you guys need to have a friendship.
Oh yeah, for sure.
To trust each other and be comfortable around each other and all that. So I agree with the whole like best friend and lover shit. Like when you're with someone, but I'm still gonna have my best friends,
Yes.
and you're still gonna have your best friends. You
Yes.
know?
That's how
That's
me and
true.
my boyfriend are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you guys still have your friends and shit. Like, you guys still, like, talk to other people. But
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
you guys are still close and you guys have, like,
Yeah.
that
Oh,
friendship.
yeah, really
Exactly.
close.
Like I want my boyfriend to be my best friend and my lover, but he's not gonna be my only best friend.
Yeah.
Like no.
Because you guys
In
were
my
friends
vow-
before you
oh,
guys became
yeah,
we
we
were
like
too.
friends
That's why.
before.
In their wedding, they're like, "Oh, I'm marrying my best friend, my lover." I'm not saying best friend, bitch. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, no.
I'm just being like,
For
I'm
me-
marrying the love of my
Yeah.
life, and that's it.
For me, yeah, like lover and best friend, but still have friends because,
Yeah.
especially because it's different for me because like there's like everybody, all of you, and then shit. Like imagine like, oh, you guys can't talk this and that. I'm like, no,
No. Like
No.
even to this day, my dad's like, yeah, like I married my best friend. Like
Yeah.
your mom's
That's
my
cute.
best friend,
That's
but
cute.
he has his own friends
yeah,
and she
they
has
still
her
have
friends,
friends,
you
too,
know?
and they have friends
And-
together.
Yeah,
That's the
and that's
cute
my
part.
goal, you know? Like I'm like I like that shit because I don't want my boyfriend just to be my boyfriend.
and then that's it.
You know, like I want to have a friendship with him too. Like obviously not a friendship, but like I want to be like, yeah, he's my best friend, but I have my other best friends. You know, he's
Yeah.
not my
Yeah.
best friend. You know?
Like you don't make him your everything.
Your
At
only
that,
thing,
not
yeah.
your only thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like I seen this post on TikTok. Like it's like I fell in love with 5 people. It's like my best friend, my boyfriend, but it's him. It's the same.
It's all
him.
him.
I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, like she called him her best friend. She called him her lover. She put his name, and then like I don't know. It was weird, but like
Yeah.
basically saying like he's her best friend and her boyfriend in one.
Like he's everything to her.
yeah,
basically,
exactly.
Yeah.
And I agree with that. But I feel like your boyfriend shouldn't be your only best friend.
No,
Yeah, that's true.
What's the other thing?
Well, she had
What-
another one.
Oh, what? Oh, yeah. What's
Unless
the-
you have one based off of that.
No.
Oh, okay. So then this is going kind of like best friends type of shit. So if your boyfriend or girlfriend cheated on you with your best friend, who would you forgive first if you had to forgive them?
Neither.
Neither.
I know, but like, this isn't a, like
Oh.
if it was coming down to it and you had to forgive
Oh, you
one
had
of
to
them.
choose one.
Yeah, like
I would forgive my man.
The man.
Then I'll tell you why.
no, I agree. And
I'll tell you
I
why.
agree.
Because if she was really my ride or die, fuck you. Because how dare you?
Yeah, that's true.
Me? How fucking dare you?
How fucking like you
No,
have
if
that shit?
I wouldn't want to forgive any, but if I had to, it would be the guy for that.
It would be
reason.
the guy, but it would just be for me to feel better, to not have that hatred, and be like, look, I don't want nothing to do with you anymore. But
I'll forgive you.
But I'll forgive you. But fuck that bitch.
Yeah.
Okay, but
know
also
what I mean?
depending on who started it, no? Like
No.
scenario.
If you're my best friend,
you shouldn't
and-
go along with it regardless.
Yeah.
and you fucking
Yes, that's true.
and you fuck my boyfriend, you weren't my best friend to begin
that's
with.
true. That's
You
true.
know,
It doesn't
Nice,
matter the
nice.
scenario.
I'd
Like,
rather
That's true.
forgive someone.
No, I see that perspective now.
Period,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
that's
like
good.
I'd rather forgive someone that I'm not gonna give a fuck about. If I'm gonna forgive my best friend, I'm gonna always like not
Feel
be the
that
same
resentment.
around her. Like
Yeah.
she's not gonna be my best friend anymore.
Damn,
you know,
that's
like,
losing 2 people.
That's losing 2
like,
people
at
yeah,
once.
that
fucking
fucking that
sucks.
sucks.
and it's different with the boyfriend because like. I don't know. It's just different because guys always like because people are cheaters, you know.
People are
so
cheaters.
it's like you're fucked up for cheating with my best friend, but it's even worse like in the best friend.
That the best friend
Like
came
you
to
did
him,
it.
they, like,
the
went along
best
with
friend's
it.
more in the wrong, you
Yeah.
know? Because how are you
That's-
going to do that to your
I
best
agree
friend?
now.
Because if you do that to your best friend, then she
Yeah.
wasn't really your best friend.
That's
And
true.
With
That's
the
shady.
guy, it's
That's
just like,
true.
whatever, I forgive you. But with the best friend, it's not whatever, you know?
It's not.
It's more of a big deal.
Especially like if I said especially especially if the relationship was toxic and like you told her everything you guys went through like this and,
And she
that
gave you that
and she
fake ass
still
advice,
goes,
like,
yeah,
oh,
fake
don't
ass
leave
advice
him.
and still goes fucks him. Like imagine like
And it's not
she knows
even-
what you went through and she goes fucks him.
Yeah. Or like, what would
Like-
be worse? If she fucked him while you guys were together or after?
Ooh, fuck. Well, for sure together. Like if we were together.
But then it's like, fuck.
Oh fuck.
then like she was probably waiting for him until
Yeah,
we broke
That's
up or
why.
something.
Like you don't know people's like intentions.
I don't know. I
Fuck.
don't know.
That's
Both are
true.
really
because I have
bad.
trauma.
Both are really bad, though.
Yeah, they are.
What if he was mine first?
Julissa.
Oh no.
Julissa, we're not talking about that situation, though.
I'm like, because I can't say anything.
No, I'm talking
true.
about Joanna has a man. Like,
Oh, and like me going
relationship.
with right now.
Basically.
Yeah, that, I'm
If he
not
was
using
cute.
the other situation. I'm using
No, but
she-
fuck no, even like
No,
in
no,
general,
no.
even
I'm,
though it's fine
I'm
as fuck.
using like this is your best friend's ex, like her ex, not just someone she was talking to or fucking with on the low type shit. Like this is your best friend's man or ex.
I think you as a friend, you should be able to see how your best friend acts. Like I know how certain friends act
Around people.
in my friend circle, and I know how they roll. So
That's
like,
true.
That's
I
very
know
true.
who not
You
to
can
get
kinda
them.
see it.
Who not to
Yeah,
trust.
yeah, for sure.
Who not to bring them around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cause I feel like that's true. That is true. You could not bring all your friends around your significant other because some friends are very.
Yeah, luckily our friend group is
Our
not
friend
like
group, we
that.
stick to
No.
our
We're like,
own shit.
okay,
Like if that's your man, like our friend group is not like that. Like they
Yeah.
would never go for
Because,
someone
hold
that I'm
on.
like in a relationship with, you know.
Because
And
at school it was different because bro, there was a whole bunch of different groups that would like be with different people from the same friend group, and I'm like, how do you guys like share?
no,
Don't say
That's
that.
gross.
No, because we shared.
But nobody needs to know.
but we shared like, but we didn't share as in like boyfriend.
Yeah, you guys
No,
were
we
dating.
didn't.
Yeah, they dated every single one.
No, yeah, it wasn't because
Damn.
they dated. Like we've talked to and messed around with the same guys like here or there, but like it didn't mean anything because
didn't.
we weren't talking to them in that way, you know.
It was just
It's on
funny.
them.
Oh, this is different. So we're talking about like if they fucked after
Oh,
you guys
I know,
dated.
I know
What if they
exactly.
dated after you guys
Oh,
fucking
just
broke
kidding.
up?
That's not what I did.
Like,
Shut up.
yeah. What if they?
She's like,
Okay,
fuck.
wait.
I'm
What's
still
worse?
cutting her
Wait,
off.
what's worse? If she fucked him after they dated, or if they dated after you guys broke up?
If they dated, because that's longer.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's more. That's longer. The fucking is just one time.
Yeah.
That's true.
You never know.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm like, what if they were
no,
fucking
No,
while you guys
but you
took
know what
together?
I mean? Like,
But
you
if-
fuck them like
Yeah.
max 3 times.
Max.
If you fuck
know
them,
what I
it's just
mean?
fucking. If it's a relationship, your fucking ex-boyfriend's gonna fall in love with your best friend. Like that's worse.
Yeah.
Like seeing your best friend fall in love with your ex is worse than hearing that they're fucking.
But also, what if your boyfriend leaves you for your best friend? Like she did.
Okay, can we get off this fucking
No, but I
topic?
want to.
Yeah, Loki is
like I
getting
want to
too close
know.
to
If
home.
he leaves me for her, if she's getting with him in a physical, emotional way, I'm cutting both of them off. Simple.
Oh, period.
Because she fell for it too. Like, you know what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah.
Like, why are you even thinking about it?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And you shouldn't think about.
Don't
You
talk
shouldn't
to
think
my
about
ex.
it.
Simple.
Period.
Don't
I
talk
think
to my
there's
ex.
a saying in Spanish is like no le traigas carne al lobo or something.
Oh,
like
yes.
that. Like that's
That's
for
so
sure.
true because people.
Fuck.
Damn, there's a lot of people.
I
out
thought you
there.
were
Lobo is your boyfriend or like a
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
you're close
And
to.
I'm confident in saying like none of us will go for each other's exes. Like exes. Like that's nasty to me.
And if you did, I don't care.
I'm dead as fuck.
I have one because I thought you were gonna say, but you didn't.
What?
I was gonna say. So, what do you think is worse, getting cheated on, like because your man fucked somebody?
Oh, this is what
Oh,
I thought he
yeah.
was gonna say earlier.
I thought so too. Or that your man just kissed somebody.
That whatever podcast you got that from was making me trip the
Bro,
fuck
I forgot
out.
what his name
I'm
was,
gonna-
but I'll put their shit in a thing because I got it from them.
It was Rancho Boys, right?
No. South.
No?
South.
Sorry, that's funny.
It wasn't.
No, it was like South.
They had the sign in the back that said Rancho Boys.
I don't know, something boys, like you guys, we got that from you, but yeah, what do you get more mad of? If they
And I already have my
kissed or they
answer.
fucked?
I'm getting mad more if you fuck them.
Yeah.
Me too.
Me
A
too.
kiss is just a fucking kiss.
Because for me, a kiss doesn't mean shit.
A kiss doesn't mean shit to me either,
Like,
though.
it doesn't mean shit to me.
No.
Like, I
But
don't-
it does.
well,
But
like, not
fucking is more
nothing.
intimate.
Yeah.
Fucking
For me,
is more
fucking is
intimate, and if you're fucking somebody else, then that's gonna make me think like, damn, like what the fuck was I doing?
Like, it's gonna make you feel doubtful about
yeah,
your
like
like
I'm gonna
actions
get
and like,
insecure,
shit.
and I'm gonna
You
be
know?
like, no, well, damn.
Like, no,
I'm
but
like,
it's
no,
not
yeah,
bad.
like
Yeah,
if
wasn't
you,
good.
if
Like,
you cheat
yeah.
on me and you told me like, oh, I kissed her, like I cheated on you, I kissed her.
I mean, you're done anyways. But
yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be like, okay, like
Might as well have
it's
fucked
gonna
her. I
hurt.
don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna be like, might as well have fucked her. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm just, it's not gonna hurt me if you tell me, oh, I fucked this girl, I cheated on you. That's
be like-
gonna make my heart break.
I'd be like, let me go
Yeah.
right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd rather get
'Cause-
cheated on by a kiss than fuck.
Yeah.
I'd rather than cheat on my kiss, because it's
Because
kind of like, fuck.
And we're tripping because in the podcast or whatever,
All the girls were saying
the girls were saying they would care more if they cheated if they
the
kissed.
kiss.
Because to them, being kissed is like so passionate and so like. I
But
mean, a
that's
kiss
not
is a
how-
kiss.
But
You can
like,
kiss
yeah.
while fucking. Like,
Yeah,
That's true.
and the thing is, you could kiss anybody.
you can like.
Yeah.
you can run-
A kiss isn't meaningful to me. A kiss
me
isn't
neither.
meaningful to me.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
because I
I'd
feel
be like, oh, he kissed me. All right.
Well, at least for the three of us, because she's not like us. She's very like preserved. She's very
Preserved.
reserved. You know, she's to herself. But like, yeah, she's conservative. For us, like, we
They're
like a
out
kiss
there.
doesn't mean
Well,
anything
nah.
to us. Like a kiss
It
doesn't mean
doesn't.
anything to us because like it happens constantly. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like it doesn't really
It
matter.
doesn't. I'm sorry. It means shit to me.
It's like
it's
constantly.
like okay, for some of us it happens constantly, and it's kind of like it doesn't mean anything because
To
like
me,
I
a
feel like
kiss
we're
is
so
just
used
having
to it.
fun.
Yeah, a kiss
Yeah.
is just having fun. Like
It's a little bit more than a hug, to be honest, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Unless
but-
it's with the person that you're with, you know?
that's different, yeah. But it's
But
kind
if
of
it's like,
I don't know.
I don't know, kissing isn't anything to me, I feel like, anymore.
Yeah, kissing. I feel
Yeah,
like kissing
like,
ain't shit to
if
me.
he's like, yeah, I kissed her, I'm pretty sure none of them caught feelings for it, you know?
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
a kiss.
If you're
Damn, I
fucking,
wouldn't. And I
know
did.
because you're very much feelings. Yeah.
and if they fucked, I'm like, fuck, you know, like, he was, you know, like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the other one I don't know if I like it or not, but I just put it the other day. It's how bad are your attachment issues with your significant other or your friends?
Oh, really bad.
I knew she was gonna say that.
Oh, really
I knew
bad.
she was gonna say that.
Ours is
why do
really
you say
bad.
it's bad? Why do you say it's bad? Like in what terms?
Because like if let's say I'm going to work and we usually text like back to back
Yeah.
and he gives me like a 10-minute lag. Oh, I'm crying for sure.
No.
And she's like, no, what the fuck is
I
going
hate being
on?
lagged on when I'm talking to someone.
Yeah,
I
like if we're talking like right there in that moment and you know I have to be somewhere or like
Like you're not gonna have time
God.
after.
I hate
yeah,
that.
like you don't appreciate me? Like what's going on?
Okay, look, and I'll tell you when. I feel like, what the fuck? Okay, anyways, I'll tell you when you have like a certain time. I be quick because I don't lag to lag. It's just sometimes like I genuinely forget. But just bleep the name. But when he was texting me, I knew that I had to text him back fast as fuck because he only had
'cause
his
he only
phone
had
for
it
a
for
little
time.
bit. He didn't have it for that long, so I was like, "Fuck, I gotta be quick." Like literally, I'll be in the chat looking because I was like,
Dude, yeah,
I don't
do
have
that
time.
too.
I don't have time to wait. It's like I have to, and then he'll be like, "Oh, I gotta go by," and then I was like, "Okay, my little
Yeah.
2 little minutes."
My 2 minutes?
Embarrassing.
Let them 2 minutes be a long time because you're
No, I
like,
don't. Some people are fast.
I know. You're like,
No,
wait.
yeah, I feel the same way. It's like, or like if you're going to sleep in a little bit, like just stay on the chat and let's text as much as we can before I'm gonna knock out. Because if you lag on me,
sorry.
I'm just gonna knock out on you, and then I'm gonna be mad as fuck.
I know I knock out when I'm
or
bored.
I'll
I'm like,
feel bad. I'll be like, fuck. Like
I know.
Yeah.
Really? I don't give a fuck. I'm
Yeah.
like,
She
"My
doesn't,
sister."
bro. I think I said this in a podcast before. Like, I could not fall asleep without ending the conversation because I'll feel bad. Like, I could be tired
I
as
don't give a
fuck.
fuck.
I'll wait for you like
I
another
don't
2
give a
hours
fuck
because I feel
unless it's
bad.
the guy that I'm talking
Nah,
to.
I don't give a fuck.
No,
still.
I feel bad. It depends on who it is. Like, if it's a
Like,
close
I-
friend and we're having a good conversation, I'm like, I don't want to just leave it because,
No.
like, when you wake up, the
I only-
conversation isn't the same anymore.
I only feel bad when it's the
It's
guy that
awkward.
I'm talking to.
I'm dead.
Like,
Nah,
you
I
don't want to
don't
bring
care.
up the
I'm like-
conversation again.
I'm like, I'm tired. Yeah. Leave me alone.
Like the other day, like we were
I could
talking,
never.
and I was staying up for a little to talk to him, and like before he was lagging, but I was like, I'm gonna go to sleep, and if you lag, I'm gonna sleep. So we just stayed on the chat texting, and like I appreciate shit like that because it's like he knows I'm gonna go to sleep, and if he doesn't respond in these minutes, then I'm not gonna answer, you know. So it's like you have to keep that like back and forth, or else it's like fuck, you know.
No, my attachment issues is bad with my friends because,
Yeah,
bro,
I feel like we could all say that.
I literally left to Riverside in September. I was there. I was never there for like 2 months straight. Like the longest I spent there was a month straight.
No, yeah, we were so
Because I
sad before
can't.
he left.
It was
thinking
so
he wasn't
bad.
gonna come
Come back
visit,
and
I would
and he
think the
was
same.
Yeah.
he was here every
Because
fucking
he
week.
was
I
so
couldn't.
sure that he wouldn't
I
get
was
back.
so sure.
He was like,
He was like,
Yeah.
no, I'm only coming back on
like
these.
for Christmas.
I know.
For
Okay, I'm only coming back
Christmas
for Christmas.
So-
this and that.
We were like, damn, we're really not gonna
I
see
know,
Esteban
it
for like
was
4
so
months.
bad.
No, bitch. We saw him the week later.
Because
Yeah.
at first he was like, "Oh, I'll come back every weekend," and then he goes, "Oh no, only on like holidays or
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
special
because at
occasions." I
first
was like,
it was so
"Fuck."
easy
and we
for
really
me.
thought.
I was
Yeah,
like,
we
it's
did. We're
easy, but then I
stupid.
remember I had work. I was like, fuck, I have school, then work. But some of my classes were online and this and that. And I'd always call off of work. So it was like,
You made it work.
yeah, I made
Yeah.
it work. It's because, especially because my family, like, I get attached, like, especially because my sister's little, like, I want to see her.
I know.
So I was always like, fuck. Like, I would always come back home and this and that. Like, I just missed home. But it's kind of like, I was so prepared to leave to the point where I didn't realize how much it was going to be different if I left. So I was like, I literally came back the week after I moved out. Like,
No,
literally,
literally.
the week after, I was like, surprise. I didn't tell anybody. I just came. And then I remember my mom that felt like the longest week because I literally left for not even a full week and I came back because I left on a Saturday and I came back on a Friday. I remember because I was like, fuck.
I was gonna say Saturday to Saturday.
I was, but no, I have really bad attachment, especially if I wouldn't come, I'd FaceTime them. Literally after class, call, boom.
When you told me you were
can't.
going to Mexico, I flipped the fuck out.
I was gonna go to Mexico for a month, before COVID started. She wanted to cancel my flight. She was like, I'm gonna call them.
I remember that. I remember that.
She's like, I'm gonna call them and tell them you have COVID. This and that.
I was not here for it.
But then my grandma ended up having COVID, so I couldn't go. No, it's because around that time we would be together every day,
every day,
from morning to night, everything. So and it was we were the only people we would only hang out with each other.
Just us two.
Yeah, because so we don't hang out with each other. So it was funny because I was I'm gonna leave for a month.
I just got it.
I was like, I'm gonna leave for a month. She was like, no, you're not. I'm like, no, I'm for real. I was gonna be gone Christmas and New Year's and everything.
I was not here for it.
And she was not here for it. But
she got her way though.
My flight got canceled anyway.
Like I always do.
I
know she was. I was like, bitch, you put this upon me. My flight got canceled.
No, I have really bad attachment issues that it's so bad that if I don't FaceTime one of them once, I'm like, what the.
You're like, what's going on?
Yeah. I'm like, what? I feel like Esteban, there is no doubt in my mind if he calls me every single day.
I'm like, I'm bored.
Even if it's for 5 minutes, he'll call me, but he calls me at least one time every single day.
If I'm choosing an outfit, I'm like, here, bitch, help me.
At least
he's
once
so bad.
What would you do if he didn't call you? I
have other people.
Yeah, it's
No,
not I
you'd be
need to call her,
hurt.
but it's kind of it would be weird. It would just
it would be weird, but I'm not trying to sound like I'm that bitch. But dude, I always get fucking FaceTime.
She's always the one that we call. I don't know. She's the first because she's always home. So I'm like, Julie's.
That's literally why.
That's why.
It's because I'm always home. I'm reliable. That I know she's home. I know she's not out.
Yeah.
So yeah, aquí estoy.
For me, it's kind of I'll answer, but I'm if I'm taking a shit or something, I'm like, you can wait because bitch.
No, yeah, I don't be. I only FaceTime people at night, and people know not to call me until the night because I'm always busy.
Yeah, that's why. That's why I can't call. She's the only one that's always home. So with them, I'll call them at night or if they're early in the morning. I'm like, what are you doing? Because I know she's home in the morning, and then she's always at work, and then she's
if
I know she
Esteban
works in the
calls
morning.
me, he either calls me in the morning or at night.
Yeah, because we're always busy. I'm never home.
You heard that shit?
I'm never home either. Never home. Work or
we're
out.
always out.
It's not. No, I'm never home.
My attachment issues with the girls and Esteban is really bad. Really bad. If I don't see them, one day I'm like, ew, I didn't see my friends today.
Yeah.
That's weird.
And we don't see each other for 2 days. We're like, hold on. And it's funny because we're like, we don't want to do anything today. And then we'll be texting in the group chat. Hey, you guys want to eat later?
I'm like, what are you guys doing today? I'm bored.
And the thing is, I always say, I'm not going to do anything today, knowing damn well they're going to text me at night. Let's go get dessert. Regardless.
No, our fat asses.
Yeah, it could be 10 at night and we didn't see each other all day. Let's go get dessert, you guys.
Because I'm it's not even for the dessert. It's for them. I'm fuck, I didn't see them.
It's weird. It's just to be bored.
It's just having each other's company and then if we're not together, we're FaceTiming or texting 24/7. So it's our attachment issues for each other gets really bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's just,
and then I feel like if I get a boyfriend, I'm gonna be like that with him, but not as much as I am with my friends. I don't know, it's a different feeling with my friends.
It is different.
Obviously I'm gonna get attached as fuck, but I don't know.
With him, I feel sorry, I'm so sorry. No, you tried twice. Go ahead.
No, go.
I cut him off twice, dude.
You tried twice.
Fuck. Me pega el dientito. What I was gonna say is, I like my space-ish a little bit when with my man. Does that make sense? Because I'm homeboy, let me fucking miss you first. Stop blowing my shit up. I'll text you when I can.
I think it's more important to have space with the partner than with your friends. You know, with your friends, I feel if we don't have space from each other, who cares?
It's because ya me acostumbré to not have space with my friends.
That's true.
I'm not used to not seeing all of them at least 6 times out of the week.
No,
I feel the longest you're not gonna see us is that week we're gone, but we're still probably gonna call you. That week we're gone to Mexico.
Bitch, we're not gonna be able to call her like that because we're gonna be out and about.
Oh, it's okay. You have Joanna. I'm just kidding.
Bitch, I'm it's not even you, bitch. It's fucking Jesus and Pollo. They call me all the time now.
That's true, bitch. They call you more than I do now. Literally.
They be bugging the fuck out of her
bitch.
now.
But
dude.
We're always, especially because we've all been our friends since middle school. It's just been like this since youth. So we've always been used to it. We stuck to the same friends. we've all tried different friends.
No, when we
that
say
don't
no
work
new
out.
friends, we really mean no new friends.
No,
No
yeah.
new friends.
No new
And-
friends.
yeah.
Because we've known Ariana since middle school
Since
too.
middle school, yeah. Because, bro, every new friend we've tried to make, especially us, every other friend we've tried to make, it doesn't work out. Like, it does not work out. Especially, like, in middle school, like, we had this really close friend, and, like, you know, sometimes, but, like, we don't really talk to her anymore. And, yeah, so, like, every other friend we've made in high school, like, so we had different stages in high school where we would, like, talk to different people, and then ended up coming back to each
Yup,
other
for
because
sure.
they don't
Yeah,
work out.
At the
And we
end
just
of the
leave 'em.
day,
Yeah,
like,
we just leave them. We're like, oh,
yeah,
bye.
at the end of the day, like, we will make new friends for a certain time period. Like, in high school, I had other friends besides them.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
We end up back at the same
all
circle.
end up together in the same circle.
It's just,
That's crazy.
I feel like it's because we're so used
We're
to
like
each
magnets.
other.
We
We
end up
are.
together. We
I
always
saw
come
this
back.
in Keeping Up with Kardashians. They're like, damn, like no, everybody that's in the circle can't leave because like everyone, all their
Yeah,
exes
I've seen
came
that.
back, and it's kind of like us. Every new friend, we always come back regardless because like,
Yeah.
it's because we never
This
completely,
family.
yeah, we
No,
never completely cut
literally.
each other off. So it's like, we still talk, but it's just like we become new friends. But it's at the end of the day, you come back because like,
and I never get close with anyone as I do as with our friend group. Like,
Yeah.
I can't get as close with someone like that. Like, it's
I don't know,
weird
because
to
in
me.
my head, I'm like, I'm straight. I don't need nobody else.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, exactly.
It's
I'm
like,
like-
I don't need new friends, and
Oh,
then
man.
it's like the connection just isn't there.
It's not.
You know, like,
Like-
I have other friends.
You know what? It's because it's
but
kind of
these
like,
are like
it's,
I don't know.
it's like I'm not trying to open myself up to somebody new all over again.
Exactly.
Like you guys know
Oh, yeah.
everything already. Like I'm not
Yeah,
gonna go
but
to
if-
that person and open up about myself.
Yeah.
And I
It's
have
like
to
a
catch them
years
up
in
on
progress,
years
'cause,
of
yeah,
shit that's
years.
happened to me, and I'm like,
And
I'm not
it's
gonna
like-
do that.
It's also like we all have a lot of other friends, but it's like, yeah, I have other friends, but these are all my best friends. Like,
Yeah.
all the
Yeah,
girls in the
the
group, like,
main ones.
these are
Yeah.
all my best friends. These are my real friends, like, for life. Like, everyone else, yeah, they're my friends. I fuck with them, but it's not the same. Like,
It's not the same because, like, for me, like, back to the Riverside, like, I try to make friends over there. It didn't work out.
Yeah.
Because, like, I cannot open up to people. Like, I don't want, feel like, with you guys, I'll make the patience. Like, I'll somehow, like, I don't have full patience. But, like, I'll make the patience. Over there, I'm like, nah, bitch, I don't have patience. So, it's like, I don't want to put the same effort in because it's
Yeah.
like, for me, I think in my head, I'm like, it's not worth it.
and then
Like,
you
it's
have
not
other
worth
friends,
it.
and then you have your friend group.
Yeah.
And that's like with everyone. Like, everyone has friends, but then everyone has their certain friend group. You know, and that friend
It's
group is
just-
like family, you know?
Exactly.
And not
It's just
everyone's
no.
just family.
Friend groups are just friend groups. Like, I feel like everyone has a tight circle. But
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of, like, you know how we were talking about, like, attachment issues to your friends? This is going off of that, but it's like, how do you feel if your friends try to control what you do? Like, control, like, how do you feel if your friend, because, you know, we're, like, attached to each other, and, like, we're always together. Like, what if your friends try to control what you do? Like, where you go, what you're doing, like,
Bitch,
shit
I'ma
like
do me.
that.
You're not my mom. You're not
Exactly.
gonna control me. I'm just
Period.
gonna laugh and I'm gonna be like, bitch, you're stupid as fuck.
Yeah, because, like, you can't,
I'm gonna just laugh at like say it's like Jalissa.
I know what you said.
It wouldn't be Jalissa, but like let's just say I'm be like, Jalissa, you're so stupid, like you're not my
Yeah.
mom. Like what are you talking about?
feel
like,
like-
you're being so silly, stop it,
It's
bitch.
like-
Like,
like-
I wouldn't
Ew,
even take
not
you
so
guys
silly.
I wouldn't even
I
take
wouldn't
you guys
take it serious either.
seriously.
Yeah.
But like if one of our friends was being serious about it, oh, I know why you said it. Then that's not your real friend. If your friend's getting jealous of you doing shit without them, then that's not your real friend. And no friend is gonna control what the fuck you do.
No, this
Cut
is
them off. That's
Speaking
a
of
fucking
jealous,
toxic ass friendship.
How do you-
Friendship.
Friendship?
Get the fuck out.
Speaking of
Stop.
jealous, you know how there's so many friends that are jealous of your success?
Oh.
How do you feel about that? Like, people
That's
that don't
some
want to see
shady
you
shit.
winning. Yeah.
Bitch,
Bitch, I'ma shit on you.
I don't-
That's
yeah,
a
I'm
fake
gonna
ass
shit on
friend.
you.
You're dropped. You're gonna be a
Because
fan.
it's kind of like, how are you going to be mad that I'm winning where we could be winning together?
I look psycho.
Like,
I
I
was
don't
staring hard at
get,
the
I don't, I don't get how people get mad over your friend's success. Like, yeah, I get it. Like, you're like, oh,
then that's a
like,
fake ass friend.
it is.
Honestly, like
Because I
just
feel
don't
like
even think about it too much. Just be
they
like, that's a
make
fake friend. Bye.
snarky ass remarks and like, oh, like, but this and that. Like, bro, like, just be happy for me, and
Yeah, but-
maybe you could be the same way.
Yeah, but some people aren't like that.
But some
and-
people aren't like
and
that. Some
it's-
people just want to see themselves doing everything.
Yeah,
like,
some people
They just,
That's
don't-
so fucked
that's,
up.
it is.
That's
it is.
sad. Like,
Yeah, that really
bitch,
is.
want something for yourself.
Like,
Then do it.
People
Like,
be so
don't-
fucking
be
envious.
hating.
It's so like it's so envious.
People are really envious.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, you just gotta let them be, because if that's what they want to be, okay, I just want to associate myself with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's
kinda
why
like-
we drop.
and it's,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's why you
and
just
it
drop them,
sucks.
and that's it.
It sucks because like you want to tell someone your success and they won't. Like, it sucks when
And
you're
then you can't,
pouring
'cause
your
you're like-
heart out to them. Like, oh my god, I'm so happy. Like, I got, let's say like, for example, brand deal. Like, I got this brand deal, like this and that. Like, it's so good for me, this and that. And they're like, oh, like it's whatever.
Or they
Like,
try to
when
get you
it's-
down.
I got a better
Yeah,
one.
like I got a better one.
Like,
Like
what
it's kind of
the
like
fuck?
you're trying to
Or
one
like
up
that's
me.
not good enough.
It's-
Like everyone
yeah.
likes that.
I
or
fucking
something
hate
like that.
when so-called friends try to one-up you. I'm like, what?
I'm like, bro, like we could be doing this shit
That's
together. It
embarrassing.
is
That's
embarrassing.
so ugly. Like,
'Cause,
you're
like,
just not a true
How-
friend.
I don't get people. I
Some
don't
people
get
just don't
people.
deserve to have friends. I'm sorry.
Some people don't deserve to have friends because
And
like
then
they don't know
they're
how to
the
keep them.
ones that be like, oh, I have no friends.
Oh
Or
my
that-
God,
like,
for
they,
Like, bitch, I wonder
real.
why you have no
they
friends.
I
victimize
know.
themselves.
No, literally,
and
they
it's
do
like,
I fucking
victimize
hate
themselves.
people who
It's
do
like,
that.
bitch,
Victimize themselves, like bro,
stand the fuck up and be like, and look in the mirror and be like, the reason I don't have friends is because of me.
because of you.
It's your fault.
It's
the
I don't
way
know
you
what
act.
to
You're
tell
the
you.
problem, babes.
Like,
Scoot in a little bit.
Oh, I'm out.
Yeah.
like it's your fault. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and feel bad for you when it's
I
your fault.
know.
Grow the fuck up. Want something for yourself, and do better. Like, you're not a little ass kid. Like, do something with your life. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? You're weird.
Yeah, exactly.
I just don't get it. Like I don't get it. Like it really, like bro, like before. Okay, like before. It's gonna sound like
How
deep.
far out of the camera was I?
Like halfway.
Oh.
Okay, not halfway. I'm just kidding. No, but like before, like okay, it's gonna sound deep as fuck. But like before I knew my worth, like it was like, oh my god, like I don't have, like I have them, and I'm like, I don't know why I don't have friends, like this and that. Like I would think the worst. But like, I
Bitch,
feel like
you're
once you
too
start,
much for me.
yeah, I was a lot. Pobrecita, she'd go through it because I'd repeat myself so many times. Like my parents, bro, yeah, it was just, I was
It's because
bad.
you just need to know that it's like not that big of
Yeah,
a deal.
but
Like,
because
you're
of
not
her,
done.
like,
I'm
bro, her
dead.
confidence radiated off to me, and now I'm like unstoppable.
Oh, yeah.
like blame,
Ew, not
blame.
unstoppable.
It's like unstoppable because it's like people could tell me
Get 'em,
anything,
please.
but
And
it's
you
like
don't
people could tell me
believe it.
anything, I'll laugh.
Yeah,
They
because
can
you
be
know
like,
it's not
oh, this and
true.
that. I'm like, oh, laugh my ass off. Like, bitch, I don't give a fuck.
Like,
Like
I'm
even if it's
fine.
true, like, yeah, I'm gonna be like, okay, bitch, I'm living life. Like, I feel like it kind of like helped. It helped so much because, bro, it was so bad.
Before you would let that shit get to
I
you.
had no confidence at all. And
Oh,
now
you
it-
never.
yeah,
you cared
like
too much what people
I
thought.
cared. Yeah, that's my main thing. I cared so much about what other people thought until I learned. Like,
I don't.
it doesn't matter what other
You
people
said
think.
it
Like, you're
wrong,
gonna live your
yeah.
life. What?
did.
What I
You're
say?
like, what people thought. I don't know. You said it funny.
You guys get the point. But yeah, like it
You
was just.
care
Like,
too much what people think about you.
yeah, I used to care so much. I'd be like, oh my god, like this and
No,
that.
he grew a lot.
I grew a lot.
You, I feel like
Yeah,
you
I
still
love
care.
that.
I
but
still
you
care, but
don't-
not that
But you
much.
don't put yourself down for it because
Oh yeah, I don't put myself down for
Esteban,
that.
we're like Esteban. Nobody cares because he's like, I can't go out looking like a bum.
I
And
fucking
we're like
hate
Esteban. Nobody
I
cares.
realized I stopped caring a little bit.
Yeah,
as you
you
can
did.
see, because bitch, I've been going out like 3
Good,
times.
because it's like, who the fuck cares?
nobody cares.
Yeah,
I
know.
promise you.
It's because I don't know. Like I always thought like in my head like, oh my god, people are gonna judge me this and that. Like, but
I
now I don't give
never
a fuck.
care.
Now I don't give a
One-
fuck.
Me
but,
either.
Look, let me
yeah.
tell you something. One thing that I heard and it stuck with me is stop stressing about what other people think of you because I promise you they're not even gonna look at you. They're too busy
Yeah,
looking at themselves to be like
Nobody's.
they're gonna be too busy looking at themselves being like fuck, like everyone's looking at me, like I'm like, you know, they're
Nobody's
thinking about
worried about
themselves.
you.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
has to worry about themselves
Exactly.
because everybody's worried that other people are
Yeah,
thinking about them.
nobody's
Does that make
worried
sense?
about you. They're worried about themselves.
Yes.
They're
And
judging themselves.
I also heard something
No,
else.
yes.
Like you're so worried about like people like you hate yourself or like what you have, but other people like desire that from you. Like,
Yeah.
does that make sense? Like other
'Cause
people
they're
want what you
insecure
have.
about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Other people
Yeah.
want what you have, and you want what others have. Like you just
Yeah.
and not everyone.
Everybody
gets
wants what they
want.
don't have.
Everyone wants what
Exactly.
they don't have.
But
Exactly.
you just gotta learn to just not care what people think because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like the only people's opinions that matter is like yours and your parents. But just really
Sometimes
yours.
Not even your parents.
Yeah,
'cause
not
some
even your
people-
Sometimes
parents
not
all the
even that.
time.
Because some parents, some people have toxic
Like,
parents. As
yeah.
long as you're
Yeah.
happy and you're thriving,
If you're happy, you
chilling.
feel good. Like
we respect
that's
our
all that
parents, but it's
matters.
kind of like
I'm gonna do me at the end of the day.
Exactly. Like I'm gonna wear what I want because I feel good in it
Or
and
there's
shit like
certain
that.
things that you can like.
yeah, there's certain things you just
no.
can't. I don't know. It's just
I don't know.
parents-
Just don't care what people
like-
think.
I'm like, yeah, what she said. But yeah, like that's the main point. Don't care what people think because like at the end of the day, it's your life. You're doing what you want to do.
Exactly.
Like, it's gonna
Don't
sound
get
hard.
in, don't get in your head.
It's gonna sound heartless as fuck, but also sometimes it's okay to be selfish. Like honestly,
Yeah,
sometimes
for
it is
sure.
because, as Nicki Minaj once said in a movie, selfish people live longer. Because
dead.
it's kind of, she did say that in the movie, but yeah, because it's kind of like sometimes people put others.
He was so excited. She didn't say that in a movie.
Oh my god! No, it's because sometimes
Okay, Barbs.
sometimes people put others before them, and it's like you need to put yourself.
You need to
first.
put yourself first.
Like
and
fuck
I've learned that
people's
a lot
feel-
recently.
Yeah, you need to put yourself first because it's like, bro, you're gonna have to deal with everything. Like
Mm-hmm.
Mejor sola que mal
mal acompañada.
acompañada.
Right.
Uh-huh.
'Cause fuck.
It's
bro.
your fucking life. You
It's
do what makes
your
you
life.
happy. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna be miserable if you keep pleasing others and not yourself. If you're just doing what other people's what other people say to do. Like, no, you need to do shit for yourself to make yourself happy. Because at the like, you don't want to be miserable. You
I
know?
do that every day.
I'm dead.
Yeah, it's
Like,
'cause-
do shit for
no.
you. Do shit that's gonna make you happy in the long run, and fuck whatever everybody else has to say.
Honestly, is my
Period.
best advice to you. Do whatever you want because you could die tomorrow.
Right.
Live every day like it's your
Life
last.
is too short to
Like, that
fucking do
sounds-
what other people's.
That sounds
other
like corny
people's-
as fuck, but honestly,
people want you
dude,
to do.
Live
you
life
can,
for you. Like,
Exactly.
you can
Exactly.
honestly, I can go outside, get hit by a bus, and die.
Yeah, you never know. Like,
never
just
And I was out there
know.
living a life that I didn't want. You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah,
wasn't
die
doing what
happy.
like, shit, if I die right now, I'm gonna be happy I died
Right.
doing things that I wanted to do.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And
I
lived
won't
the
die
life
with
for-
regrets. You
Yeah.
know, I don't want.
No regrets.
That was a
That's a
tattoo.
tattoo.
Oh.
A tattoo too.
It's cause, they spelled it wrong. They put no regrets.
They put no regrets.
No
That's
regrets.
embarrassing. No, yeah, like if I'm gonna die, I want to die happy, and I don't want to die with regrets.
Yeah, like literally, like right now, the same thing. I die happy, bitch.
Yeah, I die
Because,
happy.
Me too.
Like if I die, oh well.
Yeah, like back then I'd be like, fuck, like I didn't get to
I'm
do shit. Nah, I do a little too much. But it's like a good thing because like I'm always saying YOLO. Like fuck it. Like
Yeah,
YOLO.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
I would die knowing that I was living life for myself.
Yep.
That part.
I'm dead.
Wait, so are we gonna tell our toxic friendship relationship stories, or
Oh, she wants to start.
I feel like we should all tell a little
She wants to
story.
start-
I don't have one.
I have one.
We have
we
one.
have one. We have one.
And it wouldn't necessarily
Count
be
us there.
toxic,
Uh-huh.
but it is like bad friendship story kind of shit, like
Yeah.
from high school.
It's funny.
Because
It's very funny.
I don't think I have like a toxic
yeah,
relationship.
you don't have any, like, toxic
I guess I
relationships.
have one. I don't think I have a
Go ahead.
toxic friendship one, but I have like a relationship one.
But
So,
that is friendship relationship.
friendship
You guys
relationship
are
because we were friends before.
anything.
And, yeah. So this person, we were friends, we were close, whatever. And we would do things on the low.
As they should.
Nobody knows.
I fuck with him on the low.
No,
We never
No,
showed
no.
up together.
That's enough.
But I texted him, I'm ready to go.
Anyways, so we were friends, but we would do shit on the low.
Mm.
And then I started talking to this other guy. And I mean, it was on the low because nobody knows who he is. Nobody still knows who he is besides them. Like,
There you
Right.
know.
I can post his whole face right now. Nobody gonna know.
Can we
who he
use
is.
fake names
Oh yeah, use fake
in our
names.
stories? Because I want to use a fake name. Just come up with it.
Okay. So,
Me trying to think of my fake name. Anyways.
I'm gonna use the names in my novela.
Okay.
Okay. So let's say this guy Leon, whatever. Okay.
Leon.
Okay, so this guy Leon, whatever, we were friends, right? But we would do shit on the low, and like he would get jealous if he would always look at who I'm texting. He would always want me to text certain people with him in it, like him being the picture, because he wanted to make sure like they knew that I was with. So Leon would like always be up my ass and wanted me to like kind of show him off, but not really, only to like the certain people that he would be tripping about, whatever. Then I started talking to this other guy at the same time but me and Leon were kind of getting distant, so I was like, you know what the fuck, and
you
we
guys
were
were-
friends.
Yeah, you guys
We
were
weren't
just
anything.
like a fleeing type shit. You guys weren't like talking. It
Yeah.
was just kind of like friends with benefits.
Yeah, but he would get a little too.
Yeah, but he was tripping on her.
Yeah, he would be tripping on me hard. Anyways, so then I started texting this other guy, Nando. It's from the novela, sorry. And I would post things about me and Nando because he's a little toxic, but I like that shit. And so Leon got mad at me and took me off of everything and like completely stopped talking to me over this fucking guy. And I'm like,
We weren't even together.
we weren't together. You could have done whatever you wanted to do. And like, you were tripping on me. Like, and keep in mind, Leon would tell like me things like, oh, I went with this girl or whatever. Right. And I wouldn't care because I was like, at the end of the day, dude, we're homies. Like, I ain't tripping. Like, whatever. And he got so mad and he blocked me. Well, he didn't block
like
me.
he was doing shit, but then when you were doing shit, it was a problem.
It was a problem. Like, it was like, why are you doing that?
What?
Why are you texting him? Like, all this. I'm like, what, dude? Like, you're dumb thinking I'm just going to sit here and wait for you to look pretty. No. So he took me off of everything, and then he like stopped talking to me and he got mad, but never cool, I guess.
No, we're good. Yes.
So you guys, I have my toxic story is okay. Let's call her Rebecca. So like the thing is with me, I'm down for anything. Like I cannot tell you no. Like I'm telling you, I don't want to say it again, but like I'm very like okay, whatever. I won't say no to you. Like you know, I feel bad telling you no. So the point being is like Rebecca, she would only want to do shit when she wanted to do it. Like if I didn't want to do it, it was a problem. But if she didn't want to do it, it was like we weren't gonna do it. Like that was just the definite answer. Like if we wanted to go,
her way or no way.
Yeah.
It was one-sided.
It was one-sided as fuck. And it's like if we wanted to go somewhere, it only had to be when she wanted to go. Like if she didn't or she didn't want to, boom. But if I couldn't, it was a problem. And it was kind of like so fucking dumb because it's kind of like I would put up with that shit. And it's like I'm dumb as fuck for that too because I didn't realize like how I was getting used. Because like I feel like I was so used to it before and I stopped because I knew like what I was worth. And then I didn't realize it because it was like, oh, I need to make new friends. So it's kind of like I didn't really put it into that perspective. And
yeah, you didn't realize.
Yeah, I didn't realize it. I would obviously like think the benefit of the doubt. So it's kind of like so fucking dumb. And it's like the other point was like I would, the thing is like when I would do shit on my own, she'd get mad about it. She'd be like, oh, like why didn't I go this and that? Like why didn't you tell me all this bullshit? But yeah, when she was doing shit on her own, it was not an issue. Yeah, I didn't have a problem because I don't give a fuck.
Why do you have a problem?
Yeah,
that's
it's
really
just,
toxic.
I don't get it. Like it was basically the main point is like it was one-sided as fuck, and it's kind of like it was just what she wanted and that's it. Like there was no exclusion. Like that was it.
Yeah, and it's
then,
like she could live her life and do shit without you, but when it came to you living your life doing shit without her, it was a big deal. It's hypocrite shit. And for Jalissa's story too, that's hypocrite too.
It's just hypocritical shit, and it's like when I would ghost or something, it was an issue. But if she would ghost, it wasn't an issue because the thing is, I don't trip. I don't give a fuck what you do. Like, you could do whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a fuck. But when it comes to me, I can't do shit. Like, that's what pissed me off. And it's kind of like, I didn't do shit about it. It was just dumb. It was so fucking stupid.
Oh, it's because they feel like they own you.
That's
like,
the thing.
They only want you for them.
Like, when I try to make new friends,
fuck, dude.
I literally try to make new friends. Why are you talking to other people? This and that. Like,
don't leave me.
Yeah, but when you try to make new friends, it wasn't a fucking issue.
That's so stupid.
Like, it was just fucking stupid. And it's kind of like...
I'm glad you got out of that.
Yeah, bitch.
Me too.
But yeah, so that's my toxic story, you guys.
Okay, so mine was from high school, and it's not like a toxic friendship type of shit, but basically I was friends with this one girl since like 6th grade, and we were always like kind of like on and off close or whatever. Like sometimes we would be really close, sometimes we wouldn't be. Then high school comes along. She got really close with my cousin. And since then, like, she was just getting really close with my cousin and she was making her own friends. Our whole friend group had no problem with her making other friends. Like we said, we all have had other friends. You know, that's no problem. But then we started hearing that she was talking shit on the low. And it's like one time we went on a family trip and my own cousin at that family trip told me like, hey, so this and that happened between me and her. So they ended up stopping being friends because of the way she was acting. Like she was being a fake friend to her. And she's like, I don't mean to ruin your guys' friendship because you guys are pretty cool. Like you guys like have your little group or whatever. But she's been talking shit about your home friend group. And I was like, what? But the thing is, like, it wasn't that much of a shocker to me because we would always hear shit.
And I told them from day one, I was like, I don't like that.
And
bitch.
Julissa got a bad vibe from this girl from the jump. But because I was close with her since 6th grade, I was like, no, like, she's nice. Like, it's fine. Like, it's okay. But little by little after those years, I would, like, just sense the fakeness, like, little by little. But I just let it, like, what's the word? Like,
ever since she was little, she was like that. Like, I've been knowing her since elementary school, and she's
that's what
shady
everyone
as fuck.
says. Like, everybody that I would talk to about be like, yeah, I knew her since, like, a long time, and she's always been like that. Like, she's always been shady and this and that. And I just let it slide. Like, I didn't think much of it until my own cousin. Like, why would my own cousin lie to me about that shit? Like, me and my cousin are close as fuck. My cousin's not gonna tell me a lie.
Yeah.
And it's like, we already know how she is, you know?
Like, you gave her the benefit of the doubt until
I
then.
did. Even because Jalissa literally was like, I have
Just
a bad
what I always
vibe.
pointed out.
And we made Jalissa be friends with her. I mean, everything's dropped now, so it's okay. So anyways.
Nah, I still don't fuck with you. Don't come around.
Bitch, she's not coming around, but like,
I
just don't have beef. Okay, so then my cousin tells me like she's been talking shit like about the whole friend group. Like it wasn't even just about me, like it was about the whole friend group. And she was just saying like all this shit. Like my cousin told me everything that she was saying, and I was like, damn, like that shit's adding up. Like no wonder like she's been acting weird. So then I was like, okay, fuck that bitch. Like honestly, like I don't need her in my life. Like I'm perfectly fine without her. And if it's not even she's only talking about me. She's talking shit about the whole fucking friend group, and I don't fuck with that shit. So I was like, yeah, no, like she's dropped. So I told all of them, and I'm like, you don't have to believe me. I told all of them, you don't have to believe me, but I'm believing my cousin, you know? Because she does, why would she lie about that? You know, she had no business lying about that because she did her dirty too. So it's not like she was only doing me dirty, you know? So I was like, all right. So then I go back to school from that trip and I just cut her off. Like it was simple as that. And she also told my cousin like, oh, I'm so excited for you to come to this campus because I don't want to hang out with them anymore. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, she'd shove herself in the fucking group.
Exactly.
Like, bro, how you gonna be fucking hypocritical and be like, oh, like I don't want to hang out with them, but shove yourself in?
Yeah, she would talk shit about
like,
us, and
bro,
she would say she didn't want to be friends with us and hang out with us. So when my cousin was at a different school or whatever, and she was going to our school, she's like, I'm so glad you're coming because I don't want to hang out with them anymore. And she would just talk mad shit. And my cousin was like, how the fuck are you talking shit about my cousin to my face? Exactly. And then she did my cousin dirty. So then my cousin told me what happened. And then I was like, okay. So when I go back to school and I told them, I was like, y'all don't have to believe me, but this and that. And they were like, okay, well, she wouldn't lie to you. So fuck that bitch. Like, we don't need her either. So literally, basically all of us dropped her, like the ones that she was talking shit about. We all dropped her with no explanation because I was like, she doesn't deserve an explanation because we didn't get an explanation of why she's been acting like this, you know? Like what the fuck? Like, no, you don't deserve an explanation. You're a fake friend, and that's that. So we dropped her, and then we dropped her, and she's like, oh my God, she tried to text all of us separately, like apologizing and
literally.
This and that. And it was
that bitch on red.
And she made like us the bad guys, but it's like she wanted to talk things out, and I was like, I have nothing to say to you. Like, you're dropped because you're dropped. I'm not gonna explain myself and this and that. Like, honestly, like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna explain myself of why I dropped you. Like, you're in the wrong, and if you don't know why you're in the wrong, then you're stupid. But honestly, you were a fake friend.
Yeah.
That's why when they told me, I laughed. I was like, motherfuckers, I told you.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
I was like, I told you.
I mean, for me, I barely talked to her, but it was kind of like,
I never fucked with her.
I wasn't close to her. It was just like a kind of like a mutual like friendship type of thing. Because
like an acquaintance.
Yeah,
shit.
because ever since like high school, the beginning of it, she'd always, because I'm always mad, so she'd always make sure I wasn't mad at her. And it's kind of like, I was just like, bro, like I'm literally chilling, like I'm minding my business. But like she was so worried if I was mad. I'm like, no, I'm not mad. So like it was just because I was around them all the time, so it was kind of like she was trying to get along with everybody to make sure like everybody liked her. It's kind of like, bro, not everyone's gonna like you.
Yeah.
And obviously
I
the situation
remember
did not
she
work out
told
that
this
way.
one girl like, oh, why doesn't Jalissa like me? Like, why doesn't she want to be friends with me? Like, bitch, because I don't like your vibe. Leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, she was fake and shady, and I just didn't fuck with that. So we all dropped her except one of our friends. And then our friend that didn't want to drop her, like even though she was talking shit about her too, our friend that didn't want to drop her because she still gave her the benefit of the doubt, ended up seeing her true colors not long after that. So then she ended up like not being friends with her at the end of the day either. We're still not friends with her to this day, but we don't have beef. Like we don't talk shit about her like that. Like
she's irrelevant. Like I'm not trying to be a bitch, but nah, it's like
she's living her life. We're living our life. Like we don't cross paths.
Not to be fucked up, but she didn't bring anything to the table.
She didn't.
Like.
Yeah,
no,
like,
I'm not even trying to be.
There's no problem.
I'm not even trying to be like throw shade and be like,
true.
Nah, she didn't throw nothing. Like homegirl would just sat there and that's it. Like she was just like.
It was kind of like just for the company.
Yeah.
Like for her.
Yeah, I'm like,
because for
bitch.
us it was like.
You sit on her.
I mean, in the moment, like there was in the moment there was beef, but that was literally like 2 years ago. Like everything's been dropped for a while, like for a long time now. Like we're not doing this to talk down on her, to talk shit. We're just telling our stories, you know?
Yeah, just a story.
And this is just something that happened, and it's like I don't have anything against her, but we're just not friends, and I don't plan to be friends with this girl because I already learned, you know?
Mood. I'm like,
so that was my like toxic
part.
friendship story.
So go ahead.
Me, I don't
ahead.
even know how to start it.
I love this story.
Oh.
So I was friends with Jennifer, and then I stopped being friends with her because no servía para nada. Like she was literally ghetto, and no, like I did not need her. Not to sound fucked up. And then after that, like I started becoming friends with, but I was friends with Karen before, but we just wouldn't talk. It was just me and Esteban. And then I started becoming friends with Karen again, and Esteban too, and we just started hanging out or whatever. Everything was cool. And then I started noticing like she would always want to do everything with us, like every single thing. And sometimes like it's fine to hang out with not like without her.
Yeah.
Like we just wanted it to be us two, because keep in mind we're best friends. So
Yeah, I
Exactly.
was about to add on to that. I was gonna be like, they wanted to have their own little best.
About to add on in this
No, I just wanted to be like, no. I just wanted to be like, they obviously wanted to hang out their own hangouts because they were best friends first, you know?
yeah, like we were. And even though I was adding her, like I was still adding her,
Yeah.
and we were all becoming friends or whatever. But I feel like she would not buy us, but like
Buy
quería
us.
comprarnos,
She
like
want- yeah.
para tenernos de amistad. Like she'd offer all this stuff, and then lo reclama. Oh, if they can understand Spanish.
No, you
Okay.
can say it.
Y luego lo reclamaba, like she'd be like, oh, well, I do this for you guys, so you guys should do this, or
it's
you
just
guys should
so
listen to
dumb.
me. Kind of like
It's
acting
kind of like, I'm giving you all this shit. You need to do something in return.
yeah, like who the
Like
fuck
she
do I
wouldn't
look
do
like?
it out of like her own
Yeah, it's
will.
not coming from her heart.
Yeah,
It's
it's
coming from,
not.
like,
Baby, they can't hear you.
I mean, it's not coming from the heart. It's coming as like, I'm gonna use this to blackmail you. I'm gonna
Yeah.
use this
Basically
to
blackmail.
And
Yeah.
I'm not that kind of person. Like, do it from the heart, or
Exactly, or just don't do it,
or just don't do it. And if you're gonna do it, don't be like,
don't shove it in your
don't
face.
say
Exactly.
shit. Like, just do it.
That's
Because she's
not-
that type of person. Like there's people everywhere. They give you a gift. Oh, I gave you that gift. So like, what am I like? What
Yeah,
am I
they
gonna
always
expect?
ask
And
for
she was
something in
like
return,
that.
Bro,
and that is
like,
a red
no.
flag in a friendship.
It is
She
because
was
not
like
everyone
that.
can gift you shit. Like, bro.
And
I
I'm
don't get
really
it.
nice, well, like to certain people, but when you're my friend, or like I'm gonna be really nice to you. So that's why I like didn't notice it or anything. Well, I did, but I just had it in the back of my head. I was like, I'm gonna not think anything of it. I'm just getting used to her again. Like this is how she's gonna act. And then it comes this one day, or like what was the events leading up to that? I forgot.
The events leading up to that, it was just like she'd always be like, oh, because okay, so she had this job that she couldn't really go out, so she'd get mad at us when we would go out without her. And it's kind of like, bro, you can't go out. Why are you getting mad because we're going out? Like, yeah, she'd be like, oh, you guys didn't tell me. You knew, like, even if we didn't tell you, you knew.
Yeah, she knew.
And it's like, regardless, you can't even be like this and that. Like, you would invite yourself sometimes too. So it's kind of like, bro, there's just like no point in being like this and that. To the point where at the end of it all, me and Ariana, we love taking some photos. We love taking some photos. So that day, we were like, oh, like, we're gonna take some photos, this and that. And she had known. And keep in mind, she would take me to work sometimes. You know, I'm grateful for that. But she'd like offer herself to do it. And it's kind of like, bro, huh? What were you
During
gonna say?
that time, we were kind of rocky too. Like we were
Yeah, we
beginning
were
to
already-
notice that she was like,
Yeah.
not it. Like,
Because no, that's like the thing I was talking about, like how like resentful people, like she got her job and we were both happy for her.
yes,
We both got jobs. It was a problem.
yeah. She was like,
it was like, because we had no time. Like we had no time. We had to do this. We had to do that. And it's kind of like, bro.
but we still had time for each other.
We still had
but
time for each other,
because
yeah.
she couldn't go out. That was on her, and we're like, dude, we can't do anything about it. And
Yeah.
she'd be like, no, just wait for me. Like I'll give you guys a ride there or something. Like trying to sneak her way into us all three hanging
All three,
out.
yeah.
And I was like, damn girl, you ain't gotta be
like,
everywhere.
take a
Like she
break.
only
Fuck.
wanted you guys to hang out if she was there.
Yes,
Yeah.
like she didn't want to
if
miss
I
out
can't
on
go,
anything.
you guys shouldn't hang out.
Yeah.
It's
like,
kind of like literally, it's us three all the time. We can hang out, just us two. Like we don't have to be like.
And I don't
I'm not-
mind.
yeah, it does.
I
There's
don't
no
mind.
issue. There's
Like,
no issue.
and
I'm
There shouldn't
like,
be an
I'm
issue.
hyping
There
you
shouldn't.
guys up. I'm like, yes, do that.
I
like,
know. You're like,
fuck.
oh, we can guys up to this and that, but no,
Yeah.
like it's, bro. Point being, we took pictures, right? Mm-hmm. Tell me why she got mad because she didn't get invited to the photo shoot. So, and we already had planned that shit, and she told us like, oh, I didn't even know about it. Literally in the group chat, it said, I can't go. I'm taking care.
Yup. And then I
taking
still
care
felt bad
Yeah.
or whatever. I still felt bad.
Yeah.
And I texted her separately out of the group chat. And I was like, oh, I'm just letting you know, like, me and Esteban are going to go take pictures or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, this is my final invite, basically.
Yeah.
And she said, no, she can't. So I was like, okay. Like,
Yeah, because she was like, I
think
can't.
she wanted us to pity her so we can stay home.
Yeah,
And
because she was
not-
like, I can't, but you guys can come over.
but the way
That's what
that,
she said.
but the way that we are, we're going to go.
We're gonna go
exactly.
regardless.
Like, we're not
you guys
gonna
had
stay
this
home.
plans. If you can go, great. If you can't, then you can't.
Yeah, it was kind of like we already had it all planned and shit. Like we made a whole TikTok and everything.
We really
You know what was
did.
funny? After that time, we took our pictures, we posted it, and then after that, we posted like the whole shenanigan already had happened, like the whole arguments and everything.
Mm-hmm.
We posted a video and we went viral with that video, and it
Yeah.
was kind of funny because we went viral right after everything, and it was over those pictures.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
It was so funny. But yeah.
And it's like she didn't even get like upset about it. Like it's one thing to be like, oh, like I feel like I'm missing out on like type shit. But then it's one thing to like get mad at your friends inside a big ass argument over that. Like it's okay to feel some type of way, but you don't fucking put that on them and start a big argument and this and that.
Nah,
like,
you shouldn't feel some type of way, period. If you said you couldn't, you couldn't. Yeah, that's your fellow.
And she would be
No, I'm saying like, in like, I don't know how to explain. Like
I get what you're saying, but in her situation, she had no right to even get mad.
In her situation, you couldn't. They were gonna go. They had this planned. You don't get like to fucking victimize yourself for that. You don't.
And then she told you that she could end up going. Remember, she texted you that she was able to go.
I literally have the text messages. Like it's literally all there. But the thing is, like after that, what was
she
funny,
tried to flip it and be like, "No, I told you guys."
Yeah, she did.
And
And
the
I was
funny
like,
part-
Esteban, I have the message
Yeah,
right here
we
where
both
she
had the
fucking said she
messages.
couldn't go.
And the funny thing is that after that, like we stopped talking because she stopped talking. So we're like, bitch, like we're not. It was funny because we were looking at each other's pictures. We're like, look, because we looked good. We looked good. But like, yeah, we were talking about it, and then she was just talking on the side. It was with the other two, and it's funny because they're not even friends anymore. Because it was like she made a whole group chat about us.
Yep.
And like we didn't care. We were laughing about it the whole time.
Yeah, we were.
We were like,
Tell me why.
that's what I was gonna bring up. She made a whole group chat about
You're
us, talking
so
about this and that.
ugly.
Bitch,
And then
I'm a
she
part of
adds
it,
her.
though.
She adds her into it.
No, I was in the group chat
Yeah.
that she was talking shit about them, and she's like, "They are like your friends, this, and that," talking mad fucking shit, and she's like, "Tell them like why did they do this?" And she was just saying like, "Tell them this, tell them that," and then besides that, she was just talking mad shit.
I
It was
remember.
me, two of my other friends that were friends with her, and her in that group chat, and it started because of school, but then it started because of like hanging out or whatever. And then so like me and her were like close, but we were kind of friends or whatever. And then I'm like, what the fuck? Like I'm in this group chat and you're talking mad shit about someone that like I call my brother. And then Ariana, I fuck with her heavy. Like I fuck with you more. I fuck with Ariana more than I fuck with you. And then Esteban's like a brother to me. You're talking mad shit about my friends in the group chat that I'm in, and you're like involving me in it.
She's so stupid.
And she expects me not to tell them. What the fuck? These are my close friends that you're talking shit about. I'm way closer with them than I am to you. Obviously, I'm gonna fucking tell them. So I told them, I gave no fucks. I was like, I don't know why you're talking shit about them. If you know I'm in here, I was like, I'm gonna tell them.
Yeah.
And I guess she thought that I was messing around. I was being so serious. I told them, and she got so mad. She's like, damn, to open her big ass mouth. Okay,
Yeah.
yes,
It was funny
these are my
because-
friends.
Yeah.
If I didn't tell them, I would be a fake friend.
Yeah,
you know?
because it was funny because she was already mad at us, and when she was venting out of the group chat, she was like, "I'm not even gonna hang out with them. I'm mad at them." When she was literally like, "Oh, I can't hang out, you guys. I'm doing this." Like she lied to us to not hang out because she was gonna hang out with them. That's why I didn't even hang out.
And
with
then
her.
after, like, we wouldn't even invite
we
her.
came over to Jalissa's, and we felt back. We were like, "Damn!" Like she said she couldn't, but you know we should have. We came to Jalissa's because she invited us. She was pissed the fucking house that we came to Jalissa's house. Like she was like this and that. Like I could have hung out when she just had said she couldn't. And then literally after that, like I'm telling you, the whole time we were laughing about
I
it.
remember that because I'm really straight up. Like I'm honest as fuck, and
Yeah.
I told them because
Yeah,
they
I
would tell
remember.
me before that even happened. Like they would talk to me about it. Like, oh, she did this, she did. I'm like, you guys, she's fucking weird. Like that's
Yeah.
not okay. Like that's
I
not
know.
healthy.
Mad weird.
No, I'm telling you, like we were laughing about it the whole time, the whole situation. Like she would make poses.
She
this
was
and that. We
possessive.
were laughing. Yeah. We
That's
were
the
laughing
word.
about it, and then until she brought her in, like talking about like she had to open her big ass
Oh,
mouth.
Esteban flipped shit.
That's when I flipped shit. I just
Especially
texted
about
her.
me, though. Like, I would wake up, it'd be 8 a.m. and this bitch be FaceTiming me. Like,
we would
I
meet
want
each other.
a break,
We
bitch.
lived, we lived so close. She'd get mad if she came to my house first.
Yes.
Like she'd be like, "Why did you go to his house first? Like you should have came to mine first."
It's
Like this
obvious
and that.
I'm gonna go to yours
When
first.
we were literally gonna meet up after.
Yeah,
Like it was like
and
there was
she just
no
did way
issue.
too much.
it was like 30 minutes that we were gonna like
Like, be
30 minutes.
apart.
Yeah,
And it was only because we had the same class and we were gonna be together because we were wired up to
Yeah.
the same computer. Like, bro, I don't
she
get
was
it.
fucking
But yeah,
too
until she
much.
brought her in, that's when I started the whole. Because with us, it was like, okay, whatever, we did something, whatever. But when she brought her in, I'm like, bro, like you put her into that situation.
Yeah,
Like she
why
didn't
would
put
you
herself
even do
in there.
that?
No,
And she
literally.
wasn't involved.
Yeah, she was
Like,
literally just and in the group chat, and you decided to talk about it. And it's happened so many times with Thea. Like so many people, like I've had a whole bunch of beef with a whole bunch of people in high school. Every time they come to her,
Yeah, they
like
come
they
to me like
always
if I'm,
talk shit
if I'm not
about
gonna
me
tell
to
him.
her, and it's like, bro, like
I'm like, bro, that's my fucking homie.
if
I
you
was saying we're
had
gonna tell
common
him.
sense, you wouldn't go to the closest person to talk shit.
Exactly.
It's not
that
like if
makes
you went to
no
my mom to
fucking
talk shit
sense.
about me.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
damn well
They're
my mom
like
can
about
tell
it.
me.
they're envious of your
Like
guys'
they
friendship.
expected
Exactly.
me to talk shit with them,
Exactly.
and I'm like,
You're
you
like, I
sound
just sit back and observe.
yeah, I'm like, you sound so stupid telling me this shit about my friends, bro. Like, you sound so stupid. And I told her in the group chat, bro, why are you talking shit about my friends? Laugh my ass off. I'm gonna tell them what you're saying. And I go and tell
Dumb
them
bitch.
because I
I'm
literally
dead.
didn't care about her like that. So then I was like, if she gets mad, I don't care. So then I tell them, and she was like, oh my god, she was so upset. And then she was talking shit to our other friends, and then they told me like, oh, she was saying this and that. She made another group chat to talk shit about me,
And
they obviously told me because they were my friends first. So then they told me like, now she's talking shit about you,
So it's kind of like a
and it
never-ending
was
cycle.
like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
point being, like they said, like
She's
for
so
us,
stupid.
it's kind of like we don't mind her. Like she's just there, like it's dropped, I guess. Like it's just in the past. Like,
Yeah,
we're not
But-
gonna keep presenting
But you guys
about
aren't
it.
gonna be friends with
But
her.
I'm not gonna be friends. No,
we
There's-
she texted us trying
Yeah,
to
she tried to text us a
apologize.
few
I
times.
never opened.
No, it's just
No.
one
She
of those
texted
things
me
like.
again, never opened.
it's kind of like it
It's
was.
one of those things like, okay, it happened.
It
we
happened,
had beef.
that's it.
The beef is squashed, but we're not gonna be friends.
Yeah, like
and
it's just
for the
gonna be
best.
it's gonna be cordial, like hi bye. If you ever see,
Cordial?
yeah, it's the word.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
He's using. I don't know what you're using.
That's
I
the
never
word,
heard that
no?
word. What did you say?
cordial.
What?
I said
What is he
cordial.
saying?
Cordial?
Cordial, yeah. Anyways, it's gonna
That's not a word
it's
in
just
English.
gonna be, you
babes.
know, like regular mutual, like hi bye boom.
I think I know what he's trying to say, but I don't think you're saying it right.
What word?
I don't know.
Let's look it up.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
no.
mutual.
No, what are you trying to say? Because I don't know what you're
Cordial?
Cordial.
I have never heard that.
I've never heard that word.
Maybe I'm just
I heard it in
stupid.
Spanish. I just said like that in English.
Okay, can you
Oh
say
no,
it?
you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
It is a word.
Let me see it.
Warm and
Bitch,
friendly.
I was like,
Oh, me calling him stupid.
I'm like, bitch,
Then I
yeah,
was like,
he's
I don't know if
right.
I'm stupid or if he's saying. It's because I've never heard anyone say it like that.
Oh, you want to say it?
But yeah, so like we were saying, like
I don't know. I think I was just thinking of another word that started with the C.
So like she said, like with her
Or
beef in the
friendly.
past, like it's dropped, whatever it happened, it's just squashed.
tripping
It's kind of
hard.
like us, like she tried to apologize and everything, but we just didn't mind it. Like we just
Like that's
Like, ¿qué me
perfectly
sirve?
fine.
Yeah.
She would
But-
keep on doing it.
Yeah.
like-
Yeah.
And it's like that's fine if you want to apologize, but in everyone's sake, it's best if we're just not friends.
yeah,
Type
like
shit,
literally,
you know.
like we've been
It's
living
just for
life.
the best.
Like
She
it just
would
happened.
every day want to be with me, like every day. I
bad.
felt like I was like, okay,
she was
it's getting a
possessive
little
and
weird
controlling.
now.
Yeah, she was possessive and controlling
But
with
yeah,
them.
it was
It's
like
not okay.
you know sometimes we were the problem, but you know that's not the point here.
And she was the same way with Jam. Like
Yeah.
she would literally just want, or like when we wouldn't talk to her, she would try to like
Make him
make
talk
him
shit.
talk shit too.
It was
And
just,
Jam, and I
you know,
remember she told me, she was like, or she was trying to say something. She was like, oh, I told Jam or whatever, and she was trying to like exclude me out of it. And then I confronted him about it because I thought it was true. And he was like, you know, I've known you longer, whatever. Like I would never say that. And I was like, damn.
And it's funny because she would talk shit to him and he'd tell us.
Yeah, he'd tell
He'd
us.
FaceTime
like,
us and just tell us.
Yeah, he'd tell
She
us.
It's
would-
just there was no way we
she's
wouldn't
so
find
stupid.
out.
He was way closer to me than he was to her. Like,
Yeah.
and now we're in a relationship.
But yeah, so
That's
so yeah, that whole thing
Then,
is squashed.
so
It
now
just
we're
happened.
together.
Like now we're just
Now I'm a
like-
wife.
But yeah,
Anyways,
so we're gonna wait.
don't be fucking controlling or possessive over your friends. That's weird.
ugly.
Yeah.
That's
That part.
ugly, and you're weird if you do that.
Now we're doing our
Anyway,
little-
So yeah, now we're doing
gonna do
our-
Wait, we never said what is the question of the day. We never did that. It's okay.
So who cares? So
We're
technically,
just
we
talking.
got too excited to talk about the toxicity.
Yeah.
But our question of the day was technically like our story times about our
Yeah.
most toxic friendship or
Yeah.
relationship.
It's time for the responses, you guys. Thank you so
I'm
much for the
dead.
claps. Continue. Read the first one.
Okay. I started sharing location. Oh, what the fuck? Sorry, I was tricky. Okay. I started sharing locations with my guy best friend. Then a week after, we decided to see if things would work out between us, and they unfortunately didn't. On our first date, we were On our first date, we were about to have sex,
Oh,
but didn't work out since we were both nervous. Stop.
sorry.
Then he was the one that broke things off. Then we both agreed to be friends with benefits, but both didn't have time for each other. Motherfuckers ended up having sex. Oh, I'm stupid. And motherfucker ended up having sex with another girl, knowing I was heartbroken over him. And he told me right after.
Oh no.
A few months passed by, and motherfucker is talking to another girl, and he still be flirting with me and hella close to me, and be giving me attitude when I be talking or with other guys. To this day, we still are sharing locations,
No.
and at times I tell him I'm around an area, and he knows exactly where I'm. He knows exactly where I'm talking
That's
about
scary.
because he's looking at my location.
Oh!
She,
It's
at the
fine.
end of it all, she said,
That's so
example,
embarrassing.
I say I'm in PV at a lookout spot, and I'm like, that's my spot. And he's like, that's not your lookout spot. It's well known, when I never mentioned exactly where it is. So basically, he knew exactly where the fuck she was at, and she didn't even say where she was
That's technically like how mine is.
That's true.
A little bit.
Unshare your location.
Then share.
Yeah,
I don't know
facts.
how you have it.
Unshare your location. Stop telling him what you're doing. Cut him off completely.
I feel
and
like
move on, babes.
she or
Yeah,
she or he
fuck
likes
him.
the attention though.
That's
like,
true.
Probably, but like fuck him because he sounds toxic, you know.
Yeah, facts.
And then if you know you're getting heartbroken over like him telling him like he's doing shit with other girls, fuck him. Like and he doesn't benefit you.
Yeah,
No,
doesn't.
no
And
benefit
it's
at
not worth
all.
it, babes.
Yeah.
Okay, next story says, a toxic relationship that I had was unbearable. Ooh. It was so unbearable that I was risking my own mental health and putting me at risk of suicide. Oh, shit.
That's sad.
My ex, let's call her Bruja. Sorry. Wanted to get together and live a life that I thought was going to be nice and peaceful because she looked like the type to have that quiet space to herself, but can be very, very loud when she's comfortable around you. Anyways, I thought so wrong after 2 weeks of being with her. Damn, 2 weeks. She wanted to smoke, drink, and do the dirty Dan. I hated it when she went under the influence because she isn't herself and would say hurtful things towards people that are close to her. Basically, she said something way out of line where it was racist, but she was sober.
Oh no.
She then to proceed to gaslight me by saying she had a little bit to drink when I know she didn't, and smoked a bit as well. When I confronted her about it, she then proceeded to try and do the dirty down with me. I then pushed her away, and when I did that, I was suddenly in the wrong. She then proceeded to hit me with suicidal threats. I felt bad. I didn't want her or anyone to hurt themselves because nobody deserves that, and I didn't know any better. I stayed in the relationship and continued with the toxicity of suicide threats.
What the fuck?
Suicide threats is not a joke because kind of like some people, like, you never know how people actually mean it.
You can just say that.
And you
know?
put that into people's head, and it's kind of like, fuck, like, people, like, can feel so bad about that shit.
Let me tell you something. Like, it sounds cold as fuck and it sounds rude, but I'm gonna be honest. If a person's gonna kill themselves, they're gonna kill themselves.
Yeah.
Point, period, point blank. They're not gonna
Some
sit here.
people just say it for attention.
And they're not gonna sit here and be like, oh, like, if you don't love me back, I'm gonna kill myself. If I really truly wanted to, I would have shot myself a long time ago. I would have hanged myself. I would have drove in front of, I would have done everything already. I'm not gonna sit
Exactly.
here and tell you.
Don't fucking just throw that out there. Yeah,
Like,
don't
it's,
be
I
saying
promise
that.
you, like, it sounds like I'm being cold and shit, but it's not true. If someone is really gonna kill themselves, they're gonna do it, whether you want to be with them, whether or not.
Exactly.
Like, they have their mind set on it and they're gonna do it, and that's it. It's final.
No,
There's-
literally. But some people just say it for attention, and
it's-
you can't do
and
that.
Don't do that,
Don't
and
do
don't fall
that.
for it, and don't ever blame yourself. It's not your
Exactly.
fault. And what they were doing was fucking sloppy, shady, and disgusting. And bye. That's disgusting, embarrassing for that other person.
I know. Okay, read the last story.
Okay, I'll read the last one. It says, I had this ex-boyfriend who, when I tell you, was toxic. He was toxic. Like, I did charity work with this man's because he was not cute. And I swear you give the ugly guys a chance and they think they're hot as fuck,
No,
and all of a
literally.
sudden, because they're with you. This dude cheated on me while I was away on a school trip, and the girl he cheated on me hit me with a "Hey girly" text.
Not
with
the hate girl.
screenshots of their conversations.
That's true.
After I got back from my trip, I confronted him, and he was like, "It was a mistake. You were away. I'm sorry. I love you. Whatever." I didn't talk to him. I didn't talk to him for a week, and one day I showed up to my car in the school parking lot with flowers and 3-page front and back letter, and how he'd sorry. So my dumbass forgave him, and we got back together. Tell me why he cheated on me again while I was away, but guess with who? The first girl he cheated on me with. The first girl he cheated on me with. His best friend. Yep. So then I broke up with him in February, and my brother's birthday party was in February. My brother is friends with my ex's older brother, so my brother invited my ex's older brother, not him, and he showed up.
No, stupid ass.
Then that night, after the party ended and I was home, I get a DM talking about come outside. I need to see you apologizing and shit. Talking about it's so hard to see you happy and shit. And I wasn't going outside. And he, trigger warning, was like, I have a knife. I don't want to do anything stupid. I'm not thinking straight. And I was like, fuck that. Even less, I'm going to go out. What if I say something wrong and he gets mad and hurts me? So I told my brother, who told my ex's brother, and he came to pick me up. After that, I blocked him on everything. Also, homeboy was a musician, so he'd write songs about me, about how much he loves me, and he feels and how he feels with me. And he told me for my birthday he was gonna drop an album for me.
Damn, Shawty was about to have a whole album.
Yeah, well, I broke up with him in February. My birthday is in April. I blocked him on everything, and homie found my email and sent me an email on my birthday with the album and a whole ass essay talking about how he's grown and shit. And he didn't want to break one more promise. Like, babe, you're gonna break the promise to be loyal, but not the promise to drop me a shitty album for my birthday. Oh, and he is now in a relationship and dropped a song talking about how his new girlfriend will never be me and how he still misses me.
What the fuck?
That is so sad.
First of all,
That's sad as fuck to that new girl. Cause what the fuck?
That is
No words.
far too much.
I hate motherfuckers that say they're gonna kill themselves and like just to say it, like, homeboy, shut up.
Like,
No, but the album.
the
Let's talk
album.
about the album.
The album,
ooh, if that
I
album
need to
was
hear it.
ass,
I need to hear that.
I
I
need to
need
hear
you
it
to go
too.
ahead
Babe,
and delete it for me.
Send it to us.
you need
Send
to
it-
send
send
to
us a
us
link.
so we can listen to the album.
Dude,
please.
we're
He's
gonna play it.
psycho. He's
I'm like, we'll play for you.
toxic.
I'm just kidding.
He's
No, we
fucking. He's too much.
He
And
needs
I'm
to go to jail. Period.
So
Point
glad you
blank.
got out of that. Fuck no.
That's a lot.
That's
was
crazy.
a lot. Much
That's
to take in.
traumatizing.
That is traumatizing. That was a lot to take
I
in.
hope you are good, girl, and I hope you find somebody that treats you way better than that and treats you like a queen.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for participating.
Yes.
But other than that, that was our episode 9. Damn,
damn.
9.
Damn, we're about to be on 10. Shit.
Oh, yeah,
I'm dead.
bro, we're about to be on 10.
That's crazy.
I'm excited.
That's fucking crazy. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching episode 9 with us. Thank you so much to Ariana for being here with
thank you,
us.
Ariana.
Period.
Thank you.
And then, yeah, so go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.